Yahaya Bello's wife wanted by Efcc in Aso Rock Villa with Aisha Buhari, Tinubu's wife. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? For some time now, we know that the governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, his wife and his relatives have been facing corruption charges with the EFCC, and we're told that Yahaya Bello's wife is wanted by EFCC. Okay. Meanwhile, she's in this country, but she's not arrested, and are telling us that she's wanted. How can she be in this country wanted by EFCC and they can't arrest her? They don't know where she is. Quite unfortunate. Now, this same woman has been spotted at Abuja with the wife of Muhammadu Buhari, that is Aisha Buhari, and the wife of Tinubu, the so-called APC president-elect, okay, Oluremi Tinubu. So this same woman, the wife of the governor of Kogi State, Mrs. Yahaya Bello, have been found at Aso Rock, okay, with the ladies that matter in the country, and they say she's wanted by EFCC. What kind of corruption is the government fighting then? This is the same Yahaya Bello that went and dig hole on all the roads, state-owned roads that are leading to the Kogi Central because of Natasha Akpoti, okay, who is a member of PDP, to make sure that both electoral materials and security agencies do not get to that Kogi Central to conduct election. And he's coming to tell us that he did it because of security. And then this government will tell us that they're fighting corruption. How? How can you be fighting corruption? And at the end of the day, Yahaya Bello will not be questioned. How can you use the government, ECC, the government, the contractor that is being used by the government? ECC is Chinese construction company, to do that nonsense he did. Now the wife is in a corruption charge. EFCC is looking for the woman, and now this woman has been spotted at Abuja with Tinubu's wife and Buhari's wife. What are we talking here? Who are we deceiving? Let's see. The wife of Kogi Governor Rashida Bello, said to be at large over a 3 billion naira fraud, has reappeared in the presidential villa, meeting with First Lady Aisha Buhari and the wife of the president-elect Remi Tinubu. Can you imagine? On February 13, the EFCC sued Mrs. Bello and others at the Abuja Division of the Federal High Court over money laundering and misappropriation of about 3 billion naira. Mrs. Bello announced her presence at a meeting with Mrs. Buhari and Tinubu, okay, at the villa on Monday, few weeks after the anti-graft agency declared her wanted. Few days ago, at the presidential villa, where the wife of the president-elect, the wife of the vice president-elect, myself and other governors' wives, as well as APC stakeholders and members, paid a courtesy visit to the mother of the nation, Dr. Mrs. Aisha Buhari. Mr. Bello said in a Facebook post on Monday, sharing photos of herself, or Mrs. Bello, okay, of herself in the company of the women. Can you imagine? So at the end of the day, who are we deceiving now? EFCC spokesman Wilson Wujare told People's Gazette that the matter is in court when asked on Thursday about the anti-graft agency's claim that Mrs. Bello is at large. Last February, the Anti-Corruption Commission arraigned the Kogi First Lady in absentia and 4 others for money laundering and criminal misappropriations. That you, Ali Bello, Abba Adaudu, Yakubu Siaka Adabenege, okay, Iyada Sadat, Rashida Bello at large, sometime in June 2020 in Abuja, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, procured E-Traders International Limited to retain the aggregate sum of 3 billion, okay, 81 million, 804,654 naira, with which sum you reasonably ought to have known forms part of proceed of unlawful activity, to wit, criminal misappropriation, and you thereby committed an offense contrary to section 18A, okay, 18A, 15 subsection 20D of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and punishable under section 15 subsection 3 of the same act. Said count of the charge, they are facing an 18-count charge. Can you imagine? So all of these people they mentioned here, including Mrs. Bello, okay, misappropriated 3 billion. Okay, and now they say the woman is at large. She's declared wanted. She was arraigned in absentia. Now she has reappeared at Abuja with all the APC ladies, and the APC said it's fighting government. So this again amounts to what Oshomole said in 2019, that no matter how your sins are, once you join APC, your sins are forgiven. Okay, how, and this is just small compared to what the government themselves are stealing, compared to all the lawmakers are taking, compared to what all of them are taking. That is why they've taken politics as a career, and they don't want to leave it alone. It's a do or die, because that is where they go to make money without necessarily working hard for anything. Yeah? Quite unfortunate. So this woman, so now that this woman has been spotted at Abuja now with the first lady, what is Efcc going to do? Okay, can they now go and arraign her there? Because the minute that covers her husband, shouldn't be covering her. They can't tell me that she also has immunity. Okay, but unfortunately, because it's APC government where corruption thrives, nobody will go for her. They will continue to deceive us. The same way they said they were looking for DSS or looking for a Mefiele because of wanting fraud. Okay, when he came back from the US, it was the same DSS that escorted him from the airport to Aso Villa to see the president. So who are we deceiving? And the same DSS said they have declared him wanted. So how? So I don't understand. But if it's a small man now that they just see 5,000 naira in his hand, the next thing is they will just lock him up. Just like in Benue State during this campaign period, they saw, I think, was it PDP or yes, PDP senior personnel in Benue State. They saw 100,000 naira in his pocket, and then the police just arrested him that he was going to buy votes with 100,000. Meanwhile, they said we saw about 22.7 million, 25 point something billion in Kano, but nobody arrested them. Nobody even investigated it. Okay, so what are we saying? Meanwhile, they saw PDP, a city member, House of Rep in Rivers State, was seen with about $500 million. Okay, where he was going to go and buy vote. They arrested him. Till tomorrow, nobody knows the end of that case till now. And with the list there, we was obvious that Atiku gave him that money to go and sort the people of Rivers State out to buy vote. Because with the list, he has a list, a master list of how the money should be distributed. Was he arrested? Yes. Where is the case now? Nobody knows. So the same way we're talking about this. So this same woman that EFCC said they declared her wanted is here whining and dining with other APC first ladies. So what are you going to say? Let them go sleep. So this is what is happening. The lady that was declared wanted, the wife of the Kogi State governor, is found with the first lady in Abuja and with other APC first ladies, governors' wives at Abuja, enjoying themselves. And there's nothing the EFCC will do about it. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.